So welcome back, and what we'll be doing today, first of all, if you look here, you can see in the navbar this font family here is different from this one here, and I want to show you how you can use this font family that we are using here, because I think it's fancy and it is looking good more than this. The other thing that we'll be doing is to create this hero page here, or featured section here, the one that has this text and this video here. So let's go and search here for let's search for Google font. So Google font, and you can see here we have Google font Poppins, because that's one that we are going to use. So Poppins is a Google font that we can use. So you can copy this one here, and then let's say we can select, or had already selected, so it is right here. So you can choose to use link or import, but right now I'm choosing to use the import here. So I'll copy this, the whole thing, the whole import, and then inside here I'll just go to styles. Here we have styles, and then global, and in here I'll just import here. That import, I'll paste that there, and then the other thing is that I'll come back here, and then let's look for this font family and then Poppins. So I'll just copy this font family and then add it here in this global, where we are styling everything in our project. So let us save, and then let's see if the font has changed. So right here you can see the font has changed, and you can see that our font family is looking really great. So now the other thing that we are going to do is to create this featured section here. And before this video, I had already created the component for this. You can see we have this featured component here. You can see it is a empty component, and also I had already created this featured.module.css in styles here, like this one here. So now let's try, or let's start a program to code this section here. So what I'll do, I'll just say div, and then here, and then inside here what I'll do is that I'll add this and say this is a class name, and then I get styles, and then I'll say container. The other thing is that we'll have two sections, because let me show you. Here you can see here we have this section here, this that is holding text, and this one that is holding the video. So I'll just say div, and I'll say event, or event, okay, let me say feature, okay, let me add okay, let me do div. This is the first div that will be holding our text, and in here I'll just say class name, and then I'll just say styles dot, you can say text actually, and then the other one here I'll call it I'll just style it, or I'll give it a class of, let's say, styles dot image. You can call it video, because we are using video, we are not using image, but in my case I will be using image. So in here now, the other thing that I want to add is I just add span, and this is the first text that we are having here, so I'll just copy it. So I'll copy this one here, so let me copy it there. And then the other thing is that we need to have this h1 here, this one. So I'll copy this one here, and then I'll come back here and I create h1 just like that, and then paste that here. The other thing is that we need to have another span here, and this span will be holding this text here, the lorem ipsum text here. So I'll just add this here just like that, and then if you already have the prettier extension, you can format your code just like that. So the other thing is that we need to add the image or the video. So because ours is just a video, we just do like that, and then I'll just get the video from a public folder, and I'll just say mp4 just like that. So I had already added this in our public folder. So let's check for our public folder here. I had already added this video.mp4, and what I will do is that you can choose to use this video, because if you look at the description or I will be adding this in GitHub, and then I will add the link to these resources, or maybe the description part or some of this video. So we'll be having that. So let me save it, and then let us see what we'll have in our tutorial here, so or in our project here. So you can see how they are being styled. And now the other thing that we can do here is now to go and start styling. So this is text, this is image. So let's go back. So this is in this featured here, we just say text just like that. And let me start with container. So I'll just say container, and then here I'll just say height to be 90 VH, and then I'll just add like background, like linear gradient, just like the other one. So I'll just say, or I'll just add, let me add the linear gradient here, because we are having this linear gradient, because remember we have this one here having the same. You can see this is a linear gradient that comes, or that has this, to the left side is just darker maroon, to the right is lighter maroon. So I'll just add and say a color should be white smoke, just like that here. And the other thing is that I'll say display flex, just like that. So I think that we can see how it looks. So you can see right now how they have been styled. So the other thing is that I want now to style the text here. You can see we have text, and then I'll just say display flex, and then I'll say align items to be okay, flex direction to be column. And the other thing is that I think that's okay. Or margin, you can say margin to be, let's say 5%, and then width to be 30%, just like that. I think that's okay, and I think it will work perfectly. So let us save, and then you can see here we have like the one that the way we wanted. So the other thing is to style the span. So I'll just say dot text, and then here I'll just add let's say text, and then style span, and the first span, which we will call it, or which is first child, we just say font size. We want the font size to be 35 pixels. And the other thing is that we can style the header, or h1, and here this is h1, and I will say font size to be maybe 50 pixels. And the other thing that we can add, I think that's okay right now. And let's see how it will look. So you can see here the text is larger, and here I want to make it smaller. So let me have 25 pixels, and then here I'll add to be 35 pixels. I think that will be okay. So right now you can see how it looks. So the other thing is that we need to style this end here, and for the video and I say image, image here, I'll say flex, display flex, and then I'll say flex direction on, let me say, justify content, and then I'll say flex end. I'll just add also like the height to be, let's say, 400 pixel, and the width to be also 400 pixels, just like that. The other thing is that I'll just select the video, so I'll just say video, and in the video I'll just say width to be 100%, and also the height to be 100%. I'll say object fit to be cover, let's say like that, and then let us see. So it should work right now. So this is small, and I think I can remove this like that, and then let us see. So yeah, it's really large, and we can add here maybe let's say 50 pixel by 50%, just something of the sort. Yeah, I think that will be okay. That's very small, so I'll just 80% to 80%, something of the sort. But I think also it will be small. Okay, it is okay now, but you can see our video here, it is not auto playing. Or let me add height to be 100, or let me say 95%, because I want it to be large. So you can see here now our video is not playing, and I want it to be playing. So what we can do also, I think this one here we can add to be 40%. First of all, let's see how it will look, and I think that's okay now. The other thing is that I want to go, and then inside here in our featured, here we need to add a couple of things because we want our video to play. So I'll just say autoplay. So you can see this one here, you can say muted, and then the other thing is that we can say loop, just like that. So that's all, so that we can add, and then our video will start playing. So it should start playing. I don't know why it is not playing, or let me first of all refresh, and then we see, yeah, our video is now working here. So now in the next video now we'll continue to work on this here, this section for filters, and this button also will be working on this pop-up here. So that's all that I wanted to work in this video here. So let's see, and let's see you in the next video.